Welcome to this week's Word of Hope from the Scriptures. I'm Roxanne Eilers, and I'm in Palm Springs at the Carokia. This is a hotel, but this place is where my grandpa built. My grandpa built this place, and my mom lived here and was raised, and I lived here. And the original name was called Del Morac, and it's just a gorgeous place. It's with fountains and it's the Moorish style home. But today I'm going to be talking about Samson the Nazarite. And I want to look at that word Nazarite. That means to be set apart. So Samson was set apart in his mother's womb. And he was to be a Nazarite all through his life to the day he died. Samson was one of the judges of Israel. And Israel was under the Philistines, a rule. And Samson was to help deliver them. That was God's plan for Samson. Well, Samson being a Nazarite, let's look at Nazarite and how it parallels with Christianity. They had to take certain vows. And the first vow was they were to be separated unto the Lord and walk and live a holy life. They were to serve God and minister to Him. And we as Christians, we are separated unto the Lord to live a holy life. The next one was they couldn't touch any dead carcass or anything dead because they would be defiled. And we as Christians, we must walk undefiled in spirit, soul, and body and not tampering with sin. The next one was that they couldn't drink any strong drink or anything from the vine. And we as Christians are not to be drunk with wine wherein is excess, but we are to be filled with the Spirit. And then finally, the outward sign of the Nazarite was they could not cut their hair. It had to grow. And the outward sign of the Christian is that we love one another and we let the love of Christ radiate from us. So that's the Nazarite. And I always say that we, Christians, are the true Nazarite under the new covenant that Jesus bought with His blood. Let's go back to Samson. Now, Samson broke all of his vows. And he touched the unclean thing, he drank, he didn't walk in holiness, he served himself, and then he got his hair cut. He cut his hair, and his strength was gone. But you know what? Even though the Philistines took him captive, his hair began to grow, and he asked God one more time to give him strength, and God did. And so at the very end, he killed more Philistines in his death than in his life, for he died with the Philistines. How much more could God have used Samson if he had kept his vows and really been dedicated to the Lord? Well, I am challenging you to be the true Nazarite, to walk in holiness, to walk righteous, and to be undefiled. And remember, surely goodness and mercy will follow you all the days of your life, and you will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.